आइए आज हुए यूपीपीएससी जीआईसी लेक्चरर के केमिस्ट्री के पेपर को सॉल्व करते हैं। तो इस पेपर में दो पार्ट थे, पहला जनरल स्टडीज और दूसरा केमिस्ट्री का। सो पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं जनरल स्टडीज से। सो पहला क्वेश्चन, जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर इज, इट इज आउट ऑफ दीज थ्री न्यूरोसिस इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन। सेकंड क्वेश्चन, द हेडक्वार्टर ऑफ इंटरनेशनल फेडरेशन ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग, इट इज जर्मनी। थर्ड, which gave the title of Nadir Jaman? So it was Jahangir. Fourth question, what is the title of the autobiography of Nobel Peace Prize Kailash Satyarthi? So it is DSLI. Fifth question, which of the following scripture mentions immortality? So it is Rig Veda. Sixth question, which is the primary reason for loss of biodiversity? So it is habitat destruction and fragmentation. Next question, mahogany vraksh, so it is found in tropical rainforest. Which city of UP was known as Nagar Mahoday? So during the time of Harshavardhan, so it was Kannauj. Next question, question number 8. Which state is granted special status under 371A? So it is Nagaland. According to World Happiness Report 2025, Finland, Norwegian countries. In the primary capital market, so again, I would say there is a doubt in this case, because I think option B is correct, but some of the students are saying option C, so it is a doubtful case. But I would go with option B. Shares and are sold and purchased. Question number 12, Bihari Bulbul, so it was Vidyapati. Then question number 13, which of the following not part of 4 stage of disaster management? So it is alertness. Question number 14. According to 2011 census, how many women are there per 1000 men in UP? So 943 is the national average. 912 is the ratio in UP. So then what will be if 18th Feb 2005? So 18th Feb 2007. So on every year, one day gets added up. If it is a leap year, so we add 2 days. So it will be Sunday. Correct option. In 100-meter race, A can beat a boy. So you can solve this question. Correct option is 28. From which of the following sites evidence of water harvesting? So very famous, Dholavira. Next, in which case Honorable Supreme Court said secularism is the basic structure? So it was S.R. Bomai versus Union of India. So when a gun is fired, the backward jerk is felt because of Newton's third law of motion. Confluence of river Alaknanda and Bhagirathi. So it is Devprayag. When did UP government started the zero poverty campaign? So it was on the day of the Jayanti of Mahatma Gandhi. Smog is essentially caused by, it is basically a pollutant. So option B, oxides of nitrogen and sulfur. Traveling at 3/5 of his usual speed, a man is late by. So when you solve this question, the correct answer is 30 minutes. Who among the following presented the Kohinoor diamond? So it was Shah Shuja. Shuja word this comes from is a ruler who belongs to East. Recently, Union Minister Jitendra Singh has launched indigenously AI multimodal language. So it is Bharat Gen, which has broader scope. So again, there is a doubt with quality control and internal control, but I would go with internal control. Select the option that is related to the third number. This question was very simple. So it is the sum of x cube plus x square. So when a 5 cube means 5 into 5 into 5 plus 5 square. So it becomes 75 into 6. So 150. Similarly, when you write 8 cube plus 8 square, so answer comes out to be 576. What causes rainfall in the coastal areas of Tamil Nadu? So it is northeast monsoon. Question number 29. The highly salty water of ocean is converted into pure water. This is because of water cycle. The leakage of which gas? Very famous question, very simple one, methyl isocyanate. 31. Which type of majority is required for the creation of simple majority? Which of the following governor of the Madras forbade soldiers to use caste marks? So it was William Bentinck. Next, Operation Flood. So it is related to that milk production and this because of this Banaskantha Amul products. So it was Varghese Kurian. So it is related to the production of milk. Which country leads in terms of area? So area in terms of organic farming. So it is Australia. Which one is the activity of the industry? So again, there is a confusion whether it should be transport companies or none of the above. But I believe these three belong to tertiary sector of the economy, service sector. So the answer should be none of the above. Question number 36. If the first half of the English alphabet is, so the correct option is B. If price of an article is first, so the answer comes out to be 10. You can solve it. 38. When was the first cotton mill? Just before that, 1857. So it is 1851. Very simple. Which one of the following are the included in coarse grains? So it is jar, bajra, and ragi. Who led the Eka movement? So it was Madari Pasi. So this is all about general studies. 40 questions. Now coming to the second part of chemistry. So what is the coordination number of BCC? Very simple. It is 8. So correct option is 8. Second, in the following statement, which with reference to SN2. So in SN2, rate of reaction depends on the concentration of substrate. Alkyl, correct. SN2 takes place with the inversion, correct. So both of them are correct. Match these two lists. So Hess law deals with enthalpy, correct. Carnot cycle, reversible process. So these two, this is also correct. So option D is correct. Then the solubility product of AgCl. AgCl is AX type salt. AX. So when it dissociates, it gives SS. So solubility becomes S square. So S square is equals to this number 1 into 10 power minus 10. So it will be 1 into 10 minus 5. Simple. Option B is correct. Next question, the compound molecular formula represents methoxypropane, ethoxy. So these are metamers. Metamers, they just, they have different number of carbons on alongside the functional group. The reaction intermediate involved in the given this. So this reaction is very famous one. It proceeds via elimination addition. So the correct option is benzene. Which of the following pair is most stable in +3 oxidation state? So it is 4F1, 4F2. This is the correct option. Gadolinium and lutetium. 48. Name the type of isomerism exhibited by the following. So NO2 and ONO. So nitro and nitrito. So it is an example of linkage isomerism. Consider the following. Reference to the crystal field defect. Schottky defect arises if some of the lattice correct. Schottky defect appears generally correct. So both of them are correct. How do the number of Schottky and Frenkel defects change in an ionic crystal? So it increases exponentially. This expression is correct. So increases exponentially. The reaction, this reaction is Koch. COH2, H3PO4. This reaction is Koch reaction. Methanol is also known as denatured alcohol, wood alcohol, because it is obtained by destructive distillation of wood. So wood alcohol. Which of the following carbonyl compound is most reactive towards nucleophilic? It's very obvious, formaldehyde. The colligative properties of solution, they only depend upon the number of the solute particles. Which of the following polymer is formed on heating caprolactam with water at high temperature? So it is nylon 6, because bakelite is polymer of phenol derivative. Nylon 6 is having adipic acid. Teflon is difluoroethane, CF2CF2. Which of the following set of quantum number is not applicable? So which is not applicable? So this option is correct, because if n is 1, n cannot be 1. Which of the following is a tridentate? Tri means three denticity. So it is correct. So this structure is triethylene tetra. So this has density 4. So the correct option is C. Which of the following is correct representation of Heisenberg? So Heisenberg is delta x into delta p is greater than or equal to h upon 4 pi. So this is the correct option. Glucose, calculate the solubility of PbI2 in water. So PbI2 is a type of AB2 type salt. So for this KSP will be AB2. So it will be S into 2S square. So it will be 4S cube alpha cube, correct. So the correct option is 1.68. According to the crystal field theory in octahedral complexes. So in octahedral complexes, these orbitals dx square, y square and dz square, they are pointed towards that ligand position. So they get raised in energy. So lower energy is T2G. That means dxy, dyz, dzx. Then in 61, PF5 is correct. So it is trigonal. By CH4 is tetrahedral. So these two combinations are correct. So correct option is A2, B3, C1, option B. Calculate the RMS velocity of sulfur dioxide. RMS velocity is 3 RT upon M. This is under root. So when you put this value, R is in this case is given. So when you solve this, correct answer is this one, 52230. Which of the following is used as tranquilizer? So it is Valium. Which of the following is aromatic? So this one is aromatic because two double bond and one negative charge. This is anti-aromatic. This is non-aromatic. This is also anti-aromatic. Okay. So which of the following mathematical expression is correct for reversible process? So delta S of system plus surrounding is greater than or equal to 0. Delta S surrounding system is equal to 0. So it is saying doubt. So I would go with option B because if it is reversible, then system and surrounding entropy must be equal to 0. Which of the following is not a fat soluble? So fat soluble vitamins are A, E, D, K. So vitamin C is water soluble. This is simple halide exchange reaction. So it is Finkelstein. Okay, so in this question there is a mistake. Although I think everyone should get marks for this question because it is not Se3 plus. It is not selenium. It should be scandium 3 plus. So everyone should get marks. Otherwise, this option is correct. So if I have to write, this option is correct. So the following is not a protein. So DNA is not a protein. The change in reaction rate with ionic strength is called primary salt effect. Which of the following ion has the lowest mobility? So lowest mobility is of lithium because lithium is smallest in size, so having the highest hydration. So highest hydration, that means least movement, hence lower mobility. Cyclic ethers are called oxiranes. Which of the following is not a mixed organometallic? So not a mixed organometallic means these are the types of compounds which are only made up of either organic entity or inorganic. So there are two questions, correct mark. So I think these two, both of them, C2H5, GC. So in this case, you can see both of them are organic. So I think this one is the correct option. Bromine is considered as inorganic, but again I would mark it as doubtful. But I would go with this C2H5. I would go with this C2H5, this option. Again, but it is doubtful. Correct expression for van der Waal equation. So n square a, n square a, n square a, v minus nb. This is correct. How many planes of symmetry are present in NaCl? So it is 9. 3 rectangular and 6 diagonal planes. Which of the following has highest tendency to donate electron? Donate electron. So it is potassium because having one outermost electron. So one is also there in sodium, but since sodium is having a smaller size in comparison to potassium, so potassium would be the correct answer. If Vanta factor for a solution of barium nitrate is 2.9, then degree of dissociation. So we know that relation alpha is equals to I minus 1 upon n minus 1. So n is equals to 3. So when you calculate, so this would come out to be 0.55. Kp is equals to Kc. So Np minus Nr should be same. So this C, option C is the correct option. Which class of synthetic detergent is used in hair conditioners? So again, cationic, or I think non-ionic should be the correct option. Non-ionic one. But again, I don't know why these types of questions are asked, but I would go with non-ionic. The UPPSC name of CuEN2 ethylene diamine COONO, nitrito. So look for nitrito. It is nitro, not incorrect. So again, it is no nitro. So it is again incorrect. Fluorocobalt, nitro, again incorrect. So that means only correct option is this one, nitrito. So what is the overall order? So when you sum these two numbers, half and 3/2, so it will be second order. Consider the following statement with reference to lithium. Lithium is the only alkali metal which reacts with nitrogen to give Li3, correct? Lithium carbonate is thermally less stable, correct? So both of them are correct. Consider the following statement with reference to ClF3. It has a T shape, correct? It is used for, correct? So both of them are correct. Xerophthalmia disease, it is a disease of eyes in which we get blur image or inability to read. So I think vitamin A is the correct option. If rate constant for first order reaction is this one, then half life. So we know that K T half is equals to 0.693 by K. So just put the value of K. So 1.54 into 10 power minus 3, so it would be 10 power plus 3, 6.93, so it would be somewhere around 450. This option B is correct. Consider the following statement with tolerance region cannot be used, correct, because it tautomerizes glucose on, correct, saccharic acid. So both of them are correct. According to Hardy-Schulze rule, the coagulation power, more the charge, higher is the power. Al3 plus, then Ba2 plus, then Na plus. Match the following. Oxalic acid is COOH whole twice, so this matches with, correct. Succinic acid is CS2OH, CS2OH. So this, both of them are correct. So I would go with option B. Consider the following reaction. This reaction is Reformatsky. According to the thermodynamics, which of the following relation is incorrect? Incorrect. Which of the following relation is incorrect? So I would go with PV is equals to nRT. So we know that PV is equals to nRT. So if which of the following? So if I take any case, U and V, no relation, V and P. So if V and P are constant, nRT will change. If P and T are constant with V, so I think option C is correct. This is incorrect. Option C is correct. Which of the following spectral line for hydrogen atom is visible? Balmer. How many radial nodes? Radial node formula we know n minus L minus 1. So it is 4 minus 0 minus 1. So it is 3. The acidified permanganate solution oxidizes into CO2, carbon dioxide. Which of the following pair is not correctly matched in view of the geometry? ClF3 T-shaped, BrF5 because it is distorted square pyramidal. Very simple question. O2 electron 16, so bond order 2, O2 plus 2.5, correct. So this order is correct. The effective atomic number of central metal ion, so CO, again error, it is not CO, O should be smaller, CO like this, it is carbonyl, O should be smaller, then only it will be cobalt. So there's a mistake in question itself. So CO, this becomes CO is in plus 3. So it will be 24 plus 12, 36. So option B, 36. Number of optically isomers in this. So number of chiral carbons are 4. So formula is 2 into n. So it will be 2 into 4. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, so it will be 16. The adsorption of gas on solid increases, which combined chain must have. So there is an instrument called BET. So it is, determines the adsorption of gas on any solid surface. So temperature decreases. Yes, this instrument operates in cold regions. So we use liquid nitrogen. So option A is correct. Given below are two statements. One is labeled saturation region. Viscosity of liquid decreases. Correct. The average thermal energy of molecule of a liquid increase with hence intermolecular attraction. No, intermolecular attraction is not increase, it is decrease. So A is true, but R is false. Option D. Which of the following molecule has highest bond angle? H2O, H2 tellurium, H2S, H2Se. It is H2O because when electronegativity decreases, this bond angle decreases. So oxygen having highest electronegativity, so maximum bond angle. In DNA double helix, adenine and thymine 2. So they are bonded with two hydrogen bonds. In which solvent alpha sulfur is? Alpha sulfur is insoluble. So alpha sulfur is insoluble. Alpha sulfur is, non-polar. So it must be soluble in non-polar. So water is polar. Correct. The bond order of NO, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8. So it will be 15, 2.5. Correct. Match the list. So vitamin and deficiency. So A is night blindness. Correct. B1 is very, very correct. B12 correct. So this option B is correct. In the preparation of chlorine, uh, trifluoride ClF3, chlorine will be exchange of fluorine. So if equal volume, it is written out. ClF2, no, I think this is the correct option. ClF. Option D. Which property will remain unchanged even if the system is split into two halves? So it is pressure. The total number of orbitals associated with the principal quantum number 3. So it is 9. 9. So you can take, 5 orbitals from D, 3 from P, and 1 from S. Total 9. Which of the following is not a colligative property? So freezing point is not a colligative property. Bohr model is unable to explain a spectrum of atom other than correct. Bohr model explains the splitting. Explains, no, it is incorrect. So I think only one is correct. Option B. Correct expression for entropy change for an ideal gas in isobaric process. So this is a very famous equation. Delta SP is equals to Cp ln T2 by T1. Which of the following is C2 epimer of arabinose? So option B is correct. Which of the following is not an artificial? So aspartame, elitame, sucralose, saccharin, estiva, stevia. Which of the following gaseous molecule has highest average velocity? So average velocity, if I have to write, it varies inversely with the that molar mass. So H2 would be the correct option, not this one. H2 hydrogen having mass of 2. Which of the following acid has 3 ionizable? So 3 ionizable, although no standard name is there. Okay, so pyrophosphoric acid is the correct option. Which of the rearrangement reaction intermediate carbene? Wolff reaction. Arrange the following polymer in increasing order of their intermolecular forces. So polyethylene means no charge as such. Then we have disulfide linkage. Then nylon 6 proper interaction. So this is the correct order. Animal starch is glycogen. According to VSE PR theory, the approximate shape of SOF4. So it should be SO. O is bonded towards this side. So I think this is the expected shape. Trigonal bipyramidal. So which of the following correct Arrhenius equation? K is equals to A to the E upon RT. E upon RT. This is the correct option. Which of the following is not an intensive property? Not an intensive property. So it is intensive. It is intensive. energy is the correct option. Energy is not an intensive variable because it is extensive. It depends upon the size of the system.